The Stakeout. Comedy, coffee, and chaos. I booked the cheapest flight, the kind where the seat cushions size when you sit. Landed, grabbed a rideshare, and told the driver I was visiting. Thermostats. He said, cool, and turned up the heat. Comedy writes itself. I checked into a hotel with carpet that remembered the 90s, dropped my bag, and slid my For My Keys AirTag into my shoe. Not to track her, to track me, so I could map my own laps like a nervous Roomba. Anxiety likes paperwork. Across from studio, there's a coffee shop that sells vibes by the ounce. I ordered the darkest roast they had and a pastry shaped like shame. Barista asked if I was writing a novel. I said, kind of. He said, what's it about? I said, HVAC romance. He blinked twice and gave me a loyalty card like I was going through something. Accurate. I parked by the window with a line of sight to the entrance and opened the smart lock app like NFL Red Zone for poor life choices. 9:03 a.m. Unlocked by iPhone. Noon. Locked. 12:16. Unlocked by code. The door has better attendance than our marriage. Her text started up like a soundtrack. Flight delayed. The door clicked. On the tarmac, the elevator dinged. I sipped my coffee, which tasted like closure with notes of battery acid. I kept my head down, pretending to care about a spreadsheet. The AirTag in my shoe pinged, which felt like my foot was tattling. I checked the thermostat usage graph. Yes, I exported it to my phone because I am that guy, and watched the temp hold steady at flirt. The ocean sleep routine had a cousin, evening chill, set to 6 p.m. I set a reminder. Around noon, a dog the size of a throw pillow strutted past in a sweater that cost more than my jeans. He gave me a look like, "You're not from here." I said, "Buddy, I'm from Betrayal." He yawned. Fair. At 2 p.m., my staged service mode tried to kick in, and like clockwork, it got canceled by iPhone. Thank you for attending this lab. The barista refilled my cup on the house, probably to stop me from narrating to myself. I was muttering things like, "Leaf icon, my beloved, and show me your secrets, you beige rectangle." 3 o'clock, still no wife sighting. I started doubting. Maybe I misread. Maybe studio is a pottery class for thermostats. Then 5:40 p.m., she texted, "Just landed." The door said, "Unlocked." I whispered, "Welcome home, Chicago." She walked in 2 minutes later, that coat I bought her for real work trips, swishing like an alibi. Different smile. The kind you save for people who don't know where the spoons go. She glanced around, keyed in, vanished. I filmed the sidewalk, the time, the door. No faces. I'm petty, not reckless. 45 minutes of dead time. I learned the difference between a latte art leaf and a latte art feather. The barista told me his band's name. I told him mine would be Thermojustice. He said that slapped. I love that kid. 7:30, the evening chill automation triggered. Lights dimmed behind tinted glass. The thermostat eased up to 72 like a rom-com score. The lock clicked again. Out came a guy in startup sneakers, pants that never met a wrinkle, and a gold watch broad enough to get its own LinkedIn. He checked the street, looked at his reflection, practiced a smile. Amateur hour. He waited. She joined him. They laughed at nothing. She touched his arm the way people touch elevator buttons. She kissed his cheek. Cheek, not lips. Oh, stealthy. My camera caught the handshake with the doorman, the glance at the bakery, the exit. I tracked them 2 storefronts, then broke off. I don't need a chase scene. I need receipts. Back at the table, my phone buzzed with a thermostat push. Good night, ready at 12:02 a.m. I added it to my folder like a little bedtime story for lawyers. I ordered another coffee and a water because my organs still matter. The barista slid me a free cookie and whispered, "Good luck with the vents." I said, "Thanks, man. Ducks and trust." 9 p.m. They came back carrying takeout that smelled like rosemary and betrayal. The lock read, "Unlocked by code." 10 minutes later, energy usage spiked like a rom-com montage. I pictured captions. "We hate airports, but we love ethically sourced throw pillows." I kept my cool. No confrontations. No banging on doors. I have data and a calendar. At 11:45, the bedtime spike hit. At 12:02, ocean sleep. I closed my laptop, pocketed my punch card, and walked out into the cool air, feeling both 1,000 years old and very awake. On the way back to the hotel, I called a lawyer, left a voicemail that started upbeat and ended like a Yelp review for heartbreak. "Hi, I have an evidence packet. It's comprehensive. It includes thermostats." I hung up and laughed, a real weird one, right there on the sidewalk. In my room, I laid everything out. The video clips, the lock logs, the energy graphs, the time-stamped texts. It was a mosaic of cozy crimes. The plan clicked. No screaming, no scene. Just service of process, neat as a label maker. I set an alarm for early. Tomorrow, I'd schedule a little thermostat surprise timed for the process server. Then I'd go back to my coffee shop, get my free latte, and watch the final entries write themselves. And as I drifted off to hotel air conditioner hum, I thanked the universe for small mercies: a window seat, a steady Wi-Fi, and a snitch that runs on AA batteries. The $100,000 math, where my money went. Back at the hotel, I opened my laptop like it was a coffin and started counting ghosts, rent first. The building site listed starting at, which we all know is Realtor for plus your soul. I pulled comps, averaged 3 listings, multiplied by 11 months since the Thermostat's birth certificate. Subtotal, a number that made my eyebrows file for divorce. Utilities next. Electricity, gas, water, trash. She had the deluxe package of basic needs. Add the Wi-Fi premium creator tier, because apparently Honesty only streams in 4K. Stack another few thousand. I was narrating the math out loud like a cooking show. And now we fold in a cup of hubris. Furniture. This one hurt because I recognized pieces. That velvet chair she saw on sale for the office? It lives at studio with a lamp I once called too bright for bedtime. The rug from that influencer coupon code? Studio. I cross-checked receipts with shipping to the P.O. box. I put conservative prices in the sheet because I wanted my rage fact-checked. Transportation. Lyft, Uber, scooters. If it moved, she charged it. The merchant addresses clustered like bad decisions around the building. Tuesday nights, Saturday mornings, the brunch hours that coincided with the thermostat hitting sauna mode. Add gas for her car because, sure, clients meet at midnight in residential neighborhoods. Client dinners, my left sock. I mapped every restaurant to the studio radius. Seafood, steak, that once-a-month splurge at a place with a candle budget. She'd label them entertainment. She entertained him. I entertained debt. Tip included. Appliances and randoms. Smart bulbs, a toaster. The vacuum I wanted, that she said we couldn't afford. We could, just not at my address. The lock battery packs, scheduled every 3 months. The houseplant subscription. Plants. She cheated with plants. Add seasonal decor because the receipt literally said autumn vignette. I don't even know what that is. I added $30 for the privilege of seasonal lying. I totaled quietly. The number made a noise in my throat I'd only heard when I stubbed my toe on the coffee table. I took a breath. Then I kept going because I wasn't done bleeding. Transfers. The joint account had a pattern. Twice a month, marketing fund. It lined up with rent due dates. The amounts were too round to be accidents. I cross-referenced dates with her calendar's field blocks. It synced like a duet. She wasn't hiding money. She was choreographing. I added the little things that pretend to be nothing. Cleaning service charges tagged workspace tidy. Grocery runs at the market downstairs. The bakery with the croissants that judge. Every croissant sits on my spreadsheet like a tiny gold bar of mockery. I built a running tally cell at the top named Oh No. Every new line item ticked it up like a thermometer in a cartoon fever scene. 92,000. 96. Then a delivery receipt for a couch I had definitely not sat on. 100,000, 623 and change. The change was rude, like the bill winking. My soul left, circled the room, and came back carrying a calculator and a prenup pamphlet from the future. I messaged my accountant, who was also my emotional support spreadsheet. Hypothetically, if a person spent marital funds on a secret apartment, he replied in under a minute, document everything. You'll want reimbursement and fee shifting. Also, stop saying hypothetically. I sent him the folder tree. He wrote back, you did your homework. We're going to be fine. Mad, but fine. I stared at the ceiling and did the family math. That's our emergency fund. That's the kitchen redo we dreamboarded. That's a year of daycare we never got to plan. She didn't just cheat on me. She cheated on our future budget. The betrayal wasn't just sweaty and 72 degrees. It was itemized. I took a photo of the screen total and set it as a hidden album called Receipt because I am petty and also practical. Then I made a second tab, Recovery. Line items for reimbursement, legal fees, asset protection. My lawyer brain, by which I mean the YouTube law videos I watch at 125x speed, started listing phrases: dissipation of marital assets, breach of fiduciary duty. I practiced saying them in the mirror like I was rehearsing a breakup in Latin. And look, part of me wanted to scream. Part wanted to buy a bullhorn and stand outside studio playing Ocean Sleep while screaming. But the larger part, the spreadsheets and quiet part, knew this only works if I stay boring. Judges love boring. Boring wins. So I printed the totals. I flagged transactions with tiny notes like rent, Wi-Fi, luggage of lies. I stapled a cover page that said, expenditures paid from joint funds, not for marital benefit. It felt official. It felt like I was building a little raft out of bank statements and paddling myself to shore. I sent the packet to the lawyer with a subject line, Thermostat. Case, financial summary. I CC'd my accountant because I enjoy watching professionals text holy wow in daylight hours. He did. Then he added, IRS, keep docs for audit defense. If she 1099-D any of this as business expenses, that's fraud adjacent. Great. Add fraud adjacent to my vocabulary and to her potential problems. By the time I closed the laptop, the number wasn't just a number, it was permission. I didn't need to catch her on camera doing anything beyond what the receipts already screamed. I had proof of a secret life funded by me. I had dates, amounts, vendors, and a thermostat that would testify without blinking. I lay back on the crispy hotel pillow, stared at the popcorn ceiling like it could give me advice, and felt oddly calm. The money was gone, but so was the doubt. Every dollar had a story, and every story ended at studio. Tomorrow, I'd start writing my ending, with interest, building the case, screenshots, logs, and petty labels. Morning hit like an email notification. I brewed hotel coffee that tasted like pencil shavings and opened my laptop to build my little museum of proof. First exhibit, thermostat logs. I exported by date, time, device, and action. CSVs, baby. I color-coded columns like a kindergarten teacher with trust issues. Blue for scheduled routines, orange for manual overrides, purple for service mode canceled by iPhone because Chicago is a myth. Next, smart lock entries. The manufacturer portal let me export events by credential. I filtered for her phone's MAC address, the iPad, and the mysterious code 4. I pasted them into a sheet called Door Drama, then added a formula that matched entries to my message timestamps. Every just landed lined up with unlocked. Every late dinner lined up with locked 12:03 a.m. My spreadsheet hummed like a petty choir. I added doorbell snapshots from the building's public-facing camera gallery because, yes, their PR team literally posts neighborhood life stills on their site. The gold watch boyfriend appeared in a shot of the sidewalk, face blurred by chance, wrist not. I reverse image searched his shoe style and watch model. Then I searched LinkedIn for local founders with tastes that loud. There he was, startup guy, smile like a pitch deck, office 2 blocks over. I saved his headshot in a folder named Trash Man because I am a curator of spite. Screenshots piled up. Thermostat app with studio circled. The automation titled Good Night at 12:02 a.m. The Ocean Sleep Speaker ID. The ISP bandwidth chart with late night peaks. My lawyer would never need a narrator. The pictures told bedtime stories. Then I did my favorite librarian thing, labels. Root folder was studio archives. Subfolders, 01, logs heatwave, 02, locks door drama, 03, money luggage of lies, 04, media sidewalk cinema, 05, public info, totally legal, 06, timeline. Welcome to clarity. Inside each, I wrote tiny README files like I was onboarding an intern. This folder shows pattern of occupancy inconsistent with spouse's stated travel. Calm, deadly, boring. Judges love boring. I built the master timeline last. I started with the first thermostat activation 11 months ago, then plotted every meaningful event. Invite to iPad, first Wi-Fi bill, first furniture delivery, first girls trip, first lift to the block. First time she said, "We're tightening our budget," with a straight face. For each, I added supporting artifacts, a log, a receipt, a screen, a photo. The timeline looked like a police board, minus yarn, plus conditional formatting that turned lies red. When I hit today, it glittered like a Christmas tree of ma'am. I wrote captions for screenshots because context matters. Under the energy graph, note overlap with claimed conference dates. Under the smart lock export, entries coincide with spouse's texts. Device IDs registered to our shared account. Under the bank statement, vendor alias Workspace Connect LLC routes to service address of studio. My accountant texted back, "Chef's kiss on the captions. Add totals." I added totals. I pulled her Chicago selfies and ran a reverse search on the plane wing. Matches from stock sites. I didn't need them for court, but I tucked them into a folder named Clouds of Falsehood because I believe in scrapbooking. Then a thought. Back up everything twice. I saved the archive to a drive named Thermojustice, cloned it to one named Cold Hard Logs, and uploaded a copy to a new cloud folder shared only with my attorney and accountant. I set view rights. No edits. I'm not letting anyone accidentally rename Goodnight to something innocent. I drafted an index like a book. Page 1. Executive Summary. Evidence shows spouse maintained undisclosed apartment for approximately 11 months funded by marital assets. Bullet points. Total estimated dissipation, corroborating device logs, occupancy patterns, third-party confirmations, and the gold watch cameo. I signed it with the date and my calmest tone. It read like oatmeal. That's on purpose. For spice, I included tiny, legally harmless pettiness. Folder icons. Fire emoji for lies. Snowflake for heatwave. A little leaf for the eco-friendly lies. The leaf made me smile. The Thermostat app gives you leaves for saving energy. I collected mine for saving sanity. I reopened the master timeline to add one more beat. The barista's loyalty punch card. I scanned it and labeled it Community Support, because when this hits court, I want to remember the kid who said Thermojustice slapped. Now the delivery mechanism. I composed an email to my attorney. Subject line, Thermostat matter. Evidence packet V1. Body. All materials obtained from owner accounts or public sources. No unauthorized access. Financial summary attached with conservatively estimated totals. Timeline annotated. Goal. File for divorce, citing dissipation of marital assets, request temporary financial control, preserve evidence, and pursue reimbursement plus fees. I attached the zip and hit send. Next, I prepared a lighter package for her boyfriend's wife. No spicy commentary, just facts. Subject. From one spouse to another. Information you should have. Body. I'm sending you this as a courtesy. I discovered a relationship between my wife and your husband. Attached are logs and receipts indicating undisclosed apartment usage and dating overlap. Use or ignore as you see fit. I'm pursuing legal action separately. I'm sorry. I attached a pared down folder. No fluff, no jokes. Hit schedule, send for later that day. For my wife, I wrote nothing. Silence is a position. The process server would do the talking. I sat back, stretched, and looked at my neat little empire of petty. Screenshots, logs, labels, a thermostat that kept better minutes than any board meeting. For months, she told me I was paranoid. Now I had a pamphlet that said, "You were paying attention," and that felt like the first honest bill I'd seen in a year. The double serve, divorce papers, and the spouse-to-spouse forward. Delivery day. I woke up mean, brewed spite, and opened the app. I scheduled a little greeting at studio. At 2:05 p.m., dropped the temp from cozy 72 to petty 50. Flash a banner that said, "System update initiated by owner." Not a threat, a vibe. Then I texted the process server. "You're up at 2:10. Door is code optional, but ring first." I posted at my coffee shop like it was my office. Loyalty card ready. Barista slid me a latte and said, "Today's the day?" I said, "Thermojustice." He fist bumped me like we were launching a product neither of us could explain to a grandma. 2 p.m. The automation tripped. The thermostat graph nosedived like a stock after a scandal. At 2:06, manual override to 72 by iPhone. At 2:08, override again. Somebody inside was scrambling in a sweater. "Good afternoon, occupants." At 2:10, my phone buzzed. "Server here." The doorbell echoed in the app. I watched the smart lock log, unlocked by code. Then a message from the server. Documents served at residence named Studio to her full name. She accepted. Boyfriend present, refused name, took photo of me. I grinned so hard my face cramped. The barista whispered, "We did it, sports fans." My wife texted 30 seconds later, "Thermostat acting weird?" I typed, "It does that when I hit send." Then I deleted it and replied, "Probably a service mode thing. By the way, check your email." She wrote back, "What email?" I sent a thumbs up. Petty restraint is a muscle. Across town. Okay, across the street. A second server waited at our condo. Timing matters. I wanted symmetry. 10 minutes after studio got iced, server 2 rang our home doorbell. Documents served at primary residence. Double serve. Illegal panini. Now the spouse-to-spouse forward. I opened the pared down folder. Logs, a few lock entries, the financial summary headline. No color commentary, no jokes. Subject line. From one spouse to another. Information you should have. Body. I'm sending this because I would want to know. My wife appears to be in a relationship with your husband. Attached are device logs and receipts tied to an undisclosed apartment. I'm not asking anything from you. Do what's best for you. I'm pursuing my own legal route. I'm sorry. Attach. Send.